everyone. If you're watching us on YouTube and you're enjoying our top quality content creation, then hit that subscribe button now.
Yes, you know we love being content creators, and hitting the subscribe helps us continue all of this.
It's totally free and just takes a quick click of a button, so you have no excuse not to.
Right, it's enough of that. Should we crack on with the pod?
Let's do it, babe.
I'll show you them properly later.
I prefer them on my bedroom floor.
Can be arranged.
But yeah, men are disgusting. Stayed in, got on the couch. Pete sobbed to Britain's Got Talent.
What?
And then went to bed. So you've waited 20 years to tell me you fell in love with me on the first date?
I think you know straight away.
Well, I'm going on a date with Peter Crouch. I'm not going to wear a pair of flats, am I? It's 9'3".
It's a valid point. A valid point.
Hello and welcome to the Therapy Crouch with me, Abby Clancy.
And me, Peter Crouch.
How you doing?
I'm good, babe. Yeah, double denim today.
Canadian tuxedo.
I'm waiting to go out to get my pants taken in. So I'm ready to leg out the door as soon as we're done.
That's a nice problem to have.
jacket. What is this new?
It's not new now.
It looks cool. I'm just an oversized jacket looks cool on you.
We're going to a cowboy party next week. I feel like you're just getting in the swing of
Shut
things.
up. Are you going to a cowboy party?
Yeah, we are.
Yeah,
No,
it's
you
my
are
friend's
not.
30th. And it's like Yellowstone themed.
At least you got the rig out. You've got proper rig out.
We've
You
got
got
the
to bring the
proper-
chaps.
No, they've all
Oh,
gone.
the
We both
chaps are on
split
them.
our chaps, didn't we?
Oh yeah, of course.
In Yellowstone. So now I've got an incredible outfit from Cavalli.
Have you got a cowboy hat? You got the cowboy
She's
hat.
got a cowboy hat
I
making
don't think
station.
cowboys wear Cavalli, do they?
Cowboys do bloody wear Cavalli.
Really?
Cowgirls do.
Oh, that's great.
I'm wearing suede fringe flares.
Who the hell do you know turning 30?
All my friends are 30.
About your
30
age,
or
bro.
50. There's no one my age. It's terrible.
Yeah, they're like 30 or 60.
They're not
Oh, mate.
60, they're 50. She's texting you crying today. It's my last day in my 20s. I just said, oh, fuck off.
Who said that?
Last day in the 20s.
Imagine being my age.
Yeah.
So we've been planning for this cowboy. Pete bought himself his own outfit.
Oh, love to see it. Love to see it. Is it Gucci? Is it Gucci?
It was
You're
so
gonna love it.
funny. I was laughing my head off last night. He was looking for these cowboy boots and I was like, these are nice. Pete went, no, I don't need a heel. I don't need a heel, I don't need any extra height. I was like, oh my
He's not
God.
wrong, to be fair.
She's showing me boots, right? And they've got like a big heel on them. And I was
Yeah.
like, oh, I think I'm covered with that.
He's bought an
You
American
don't
flag.
see flat cowboy boots, though, do you?
No.
So what are you going to wear?
Yeah, but you can have
Get an heel.
You can have I don't think they don't make cowboys like me anyway.
No, they don't.
to be
They
honest.
do. You look
Like
good as
me.
a cowboy.
You did look good as a cowboy.
Thanks, guys.
You did.
To take that.
Did you see that thing? Forget elf on a shelf. I just want rip with a whip.
No.
On Instagram.
Yeah.
Loads of our listeners have sent it to me going, oh, saw this, thought of you.
Rip with a whip.
Rip with a whip.
Oh, little tear.
Yeah, so we've been planning that. We've been to Legoland this
How
week
was
with
that?
the kids.
How was that?
They were so excited. It was. They had a great time.
They loved it.
I've never done Legoland, but it's quite for younger kids,
It's-
is
yeah.
it? A little bit youngish.
Yeah, it's good. It's great. I mean, we loved it. We had a great time.
Kids had an absolute ball. I got my sugar donut, which is an absolute must when we go to the fairground.
Is it like those ones that you get in town? Like the green van ones? The hot ones?
Yeah, Pete
Wait.
got thrown on every ride. Because I don't like that butterflies in my stomach. I've just been hypnotised to get rid of that.
Have you?
So, well,
Oh, yeah, of course. Yeah.
anxiety. So
There
I
was
don't
a-
like anything that resembles that feeling.
There was one amazing ride that you did go on. What was that one that Johnny wanted to go on the whole time?
Oh, that was
What
phenomenal.
was that
You were
called
crying
again?
in that?
Rainbow something? Was it crying?
Lion something.
Was it really scary?
No, crying,
when I see-
emotional.
No, because the
Oh.
kid, he was looking at the kids' faces.
Yeah.
They were like,
That kind of thing does
have
me.
you ever been on Ratatouille? And
I wasn't crying, by the way.
you were, Pete. It's called Lion something. Sky Lion.
Sky Lion. Yeah.
And it's like a simulator thing. So you sit in a row and then it turns around and then you just immersed into this whole new world.
It's a bit like Avatar. You know that Avatar when they go underwater?
Oh,
and then
yeah,
they-
yeah. I've been
and
on that
then-
one.
and
I've
then
been on
you're
that one.
out, and then you just kind of flying.
I get you, I'm on it, I'm on it.
flying and then like the baddies are trying to get you and then it's just beautiful paradise with crystal blue waters and rainbow, the sky and animals. The kids were like,
They're mesmerised.
it
Wow.
was fantastic,
Well, it was a good
wasn't
ride,
it?
that, yeah.
I like that.
That was worth doing because there was a bit of a queue for that, wasn't it? It was worth doing.
Nice.
I
I went to Polton's Park not long ago. You know?
Oh yeah, I have.
Belter. It used to be Peppa Pig World, but now I was thinking, oh my, taking our baby, weren't we? I was thinking that this will be rubbish, this. And
Thanks for the
kids.
invite.
And, yeah, sorry. And it was on my day off. And it was...
Season off of us.
I could have brought my kids.
It was
Mine would have
unreal.
loved that.
I'll invite you next time we go. It was phenomenal, Abby. I'd definitely recommend it. But they've basically expanded it now. So they've got like Blackpool Pleasure Beach level rides. It's not just for kids. Is it Pleasure Beach?
Yeah.
I went
big
on
one.
yeah. You'd know.
I used to love that. I'm scared of heights though, aren't I? So I'm so pathetic now.
My
I don't
mum's
mind
got
the
like that as
fast
she's got
roller
older.
coasters.
Do you get like a Vertigo thing or whatever?
No, I just don't like butterflies in me. Like that pirate ship. I thought I was going to die. That was a horrible feeling. You like that feeling there, don't you?
Yeah. There's a little horse ride, right? Where you sit on a horse, but you're facing forward and it traps you in at the back. And then you can't.
Yeah, been on that.
Yeah, but I'm on this little horse and Av was taking like videos and photos of me on this little
Send me
horse.
Rip with a whip now. Friggin'
And he said, fucking whip with a rip, look what I've got here. A big lank strider on a tiny little horse.
No, you look gorgeous and you're a good sport. You were looking after the kids. Jack had to stop the whole ride to get off because he started crying.
Did he?
He was scared of it, but
And
he
his
did
li-
get on it in the end.
Yeah, Matt.
That's good.
We brought his little mate Matt, and the mum was like, "Oh, he's a bit scared of the big ride." And he went on everything, and Jack cried.
Oh,
But it was lovely.
lad.
So we had a lovely day, and then you went to do the last game of the season, and I did a wholesome day. I made a roast and made cakes and went to feed the ducks and.
That's lovely.
It
That
sounds really positive. So that you've got any weekly wines then, considering
Yeah.
how
And
good your week was.
Sophia came back from a camping trip, so we just all stayed in, got on the couch. Pete sobbed to Britain's Got Talent.
What?
And then went to bed. Crying his eyes out.
No, you didn't.
And I thought,
something about Britain's Got Talent and X Factor.
You did
That-
say this, didn't you?
I
Actually?
don't know what it is. It gets me. I don't know. I think they know what they're doing. Like, it's the music and the build up, the crescendo, and then when they do well, I'm in bits. It was The Magician. I don't know if you've seen it.
No, I haven't.
It's worth a watch, right?
he's in the final.
You tell me that this Magician doesn't get you.
Yeah, but it's for me, it's like, it's obviously not real. It's all been set up.
I know, but he did it very well, and I was in.
Well, don't spoil the chick for me because I'll give it a little Google
Right,
after.
let me just tell you this.
I
Right?
love
Okay,
that
go on
show.
then, go
I
on then.
think Bruno Tognoli
He is good, isn't he?
phenomenal on it. Obviously, Amanda, Alicia. I want to do that show with them.
Yeah.
Just to hang out with them.
Yeah.
Because I loved Bruno on Strictly. He's just my favourite. Him and Len.
Simon Castle on it?
Simon. I love Simon,
Yeah,
obviously.
KSI was on it as well. But I was watching it, and obviously, at first it was a bit shit.
Yeah.
He was going, oh yeah, seat number there. Like,
Yeah.
I
He
thought,
kept calling the woman and it was Constance and he kept calling her Concert.
yeah, concert. But I genuinely thought, and then he pulled it round, and then he blew my mind at the end.
Really?
And I don't know. Yeah, I came in, Ab caught me, and I was wiping the tear away.
I was emptying the
Britain's
dishwasher and
Got
then
Talent's done me.
I've got video evidence. I'm going to post it on our...
The thing is, I'm not a crier either. I'm not like nothing phases me, really, I would say.
Apart from the X Factor.
Apart from the X Factor or Britain's Got Talent.
Yeah.
Don't know what it is about it. That's me every time.
Did he give you the cab?
No.
Well,
I quite like him being like that because normally he's
It shows he's got a
stone,
heart.
isn't
It
he?
shows
She
he's got
keeps
a
telling me
heart.
about heart of stone all the time.
Yeah.
No, because you haven't got a heart of stone. I'm joking saying that, but you don't show any emotion.
I don't show emotion. I try not to. I've been brought up to not.
No, but even like
man's man.
it's
Geezer,
like
aren't I?
Geezer.
no, but it's like you don't show any interest or like the only
No
thing
interest or emotion.
yeah.
Telling me you don't cry
Cold.
at Titanic. Do you
Cold
watch
like
the
a
Titanic?
fish. No, I don't cry at Titanic.
I cried
no.
at Titanic. I was like, why did Jack have to die? Why couldn't it be Rose?
Oh, I used to sob at that.
No, generally films, it's mainly X Factor.
It is. It is.
You fucking wetty.
Don't know what it is. It's mental.
Any weekly wines for Abba? Pete Ab?
Yeah, it's basically her exposing me for showing my emotions. There's no wonder I don't show any.
That's not fair. I was trying to film and crying.
She filmed me. She was filming me, and I said that goes on Instagram. I said that's not,
It's done. We're
that's
done.
not fair.
We're done.
Because I've just cried at a magician on. God, I'm talking about it now, but I'm so in tune with my feelings that I feel able to do that,
That's good.
and I'm feeling we've always called this a safe space to speak.
Yeah.
This episode of The Therapy Crouch is sponsored by Compare the Market, where you can get personalised car and home insurance deals personally delivered by Auto Sergey.
Which I find fantastic news, Peter, because I find Renewing your car insurance is one of the most stressful things.
Which is quite rare for me because I don't get involved in too many of the jobs around the house.
No, I find it stressful. I ask you to do it, but you still can't.
So if you're anything like me, why don't you get Compare the Market or Auto Sergey to help? Hear me out here. Auto Sergey is a meerkat, but he could save you money on your car and home insurance. So if you're anything like me, you want to make it a little bit easier, head there.
This little meerkat can help you save time and money. He doesn't want to bombard you with deals. He's only there to help you when you need him. Like, what's better than that? Little Sergey. I love Sergey.
Sound like you know him.
I do.
Yeah, Simples. Personalised deals from Auto Sergey with Compare the Market.
Prices are generated from information provided. Review before purchasing.
Yeah, Simples.
Have we got any audience wines then?
Yes, we have, my darling.
I'm going to have to take this jacket off.
You hot? James.
James zoned in again. I see you didn't have your eyes closed that time though.
Come on, kids. Grow up.
You're hot, babe, aren't you?
I am hot.
Yeah.
As in million degrees.
Yeah. Me and my wife love the pod. We started playing.
Don't even say it.
Yeah.
We started playing the anal caravan game on the motorway after hearing it on a recent episode. However, we are lucky enough to have a boat, and on a recent trip, we found the game works with boats too. Brilliant. There are some great ones like Anal Sunseeker, Anal Trawler, Anal Windy, and Anal Cigarette.
That's what I called a boat cigarette.
That's a bit weird. That I wouldn't call it beer. But anyway, carry on.
Anyway. But my personal favourites are Anal Princess, Anal Lagoon, but most of all, Anal Cougar. Keep up the good work. Pipsy.
Great banter.
So it's brilliant how it works for boats as well.
Honestly,
Boats
don't
and hose.
find that game remotely
Great
funny.
game. Come on.
I just think it just doesn't make me laugh.
It's like a ride on that.
I think it's just like it's toilet humour, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's
smut.
It's very boy humour.
Why don't you change this game and put it on the Peter Crouch pod?
Nah.
We could do, but it's kind of originated here.
Borny and I'm borny.
It's-
Stay strong. Keep
You've got,
going.
you got to admit it's funny.
If you don't laugh, you'll cry.
It's not funny at all.
When has a caravan ever been funny apart from this podcast?
Exactly.
Caravans just aren't funny.
You
see
can't not
one, you
say
go,
that anal explorer is not a funny phrase. That is hilarious.
No. I'd love a caravan. I'm always quite jealous when you see them go by. I used to love doing those trips.
It's like to the Static. Did you go to the Static ones in North Wales?
Yeah.
Yeah, same. Good little holidays, though.
Okay, love the pod. Abby talks so much sense, and I love a Scouser. I'm behind. I'm behind as I'm a busy working mum, and I don't get much time. Just listening to the episode with the Sidwells and thought the friendship was very sweet. However, I have a weekly whine. Abby dissed Burnley when referencing Peter's career. Imagine my horror as a lifelong fan. Abby, you need to right this wrong. Burnley is an amazing family club who I'm sure think the world of you and your husband. Up the mighty Clarets.
Do you know what?
Back in the big time in the Premier League, and Scott Parker's the manager, if you didn't know that.
I did know that, and I love Scott and Carly, and that's fantastic news at the back in the Prem.
Glad to see him doing well at managing as well, Scott Parker. Because
He's brought so many teams up, Scott.
Yeah, it's third one, I think.
Yeah, he's so good at it.
And he's and Burnley's is you. That was my last ever game of football.
I was
at Burnley,
do you
at
know-
the Arsenal game. Do you remember? And how nice.
Do you know that flashed up bizarrely? You know, we were talking about on.
the deja vu vibes, yeah.
No, when you were talking about where memories flash up on your phone.
Oh, yeah, sorry.
That was 6 years ago, a couple of days ago. Your last
Was it
game. I
really?
sent it to you. Remember to
God,
send
so
you
I've
that
been
Burnley
retired
pic?
6
That
years.
feels longer, that, doesn't it? It's in 6
It
years.
does a bit, yeah.
No, because you retired when we had Jack, and he's 6 in June.
Yeah, God.
Yeah.
So I could just measure when I retired for
From
Jack, I
Jack's-
suppose. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's amazing.
But that flash, to be honest, I was only joking.
Yeah,
about,
it's all tongue in cheek.
I was talking more about the fact that it wasn't a Liverpool kit as opposed to Burnley not being a good club. Like, you know, I had the most amazing time there. People were great. We were always well looked after. So, no, just a bit of tongue in cheek.
They were so nice up there.
Oh, yeah.
As a club, like the fan base, like, they are very friendly people.
Yeah.
I find
Burnley.
that kind of up there in general, really.
Yeah. Yeah. So, yeah.
Good club, that. It's good to see them back.
But Liverpool's still going to beat them next season. Hi, Abby, Pete and Ross, long-time listener and a big fan of the podcast. Recently catching up on episodes, listening to the podcast where Pete is having trouble with snoring due to his polyps, to then follow into the night where Abby's sticking the elbow into his ribs when you're finally getting a good sleep. On that theme, I feel I should offer an apology to my girlfriend for my recent few nights of sleep talking, something which I would never consider myself to do, but has recently become a theme throughout the night. The first night began with me waking my girlfriend shouting Tom Middleton, later to be questioned on this and have absolutely no clue who Tom is. Never had come across such a person in my life. It gets better. The following night, this happens again, this time a different scenario. Multiple sentences of absolute gibberish. I proceed to wake up my girlfriend at 3 a.m, nearly kicking her out of bed, shouting at her to get up to work 5 hours before she actually needed to wake up. 4 a.m, I wake her again, ripping the bed sheets off her, having an urgent need to wash them. By this point, she's not best pleased. Of course, I'm still completely fast asleep and have no recollection of any of the events. Given the above, my personal favourite. Then I turn into a modern day Johnny Bravo, 4:30 a.m, she's woken again. I grabbed both sides of the sheets, bolted them up with straight arms, turned her and said, look at that. Safe to say, any more antics and I'm in the spare room. All the best to the families. Dominic, 27 from Lee.
Wow.
It's a funny thing, that sleep talking thing.
Isn't it just?
Didn't you say I did it the other night?
Yeah. You did. You said a few things recently. Weird little things.
Like what?
I can't remember now, but it was like just very kind of like something you've got to sort. You know, like I'll do that, and it makes no sense, but.
See, I don't even switch off when I'm asleep.
Always on. Like our friend Jordan, remember this? Jesus Christ.
Yeah, but he woke up, he said, oh, that's a lovely set of balls.
It's a strange
Sorry,
one.
Jordan.
That is a strange
Jordan, like dreaming about men's balls in his face. Yeah. Like his girlfriend started recording him and it gets worse.
Oh, they get well worse, yeah.
Very
Some of them are unbroadcastable.
Yeah.
Very funny though.
Yeah, very, very amusing.
Very funny.
But I don't know what you do with that because it's not his fault, is it?
No. What do you do? And you're not meant to wake people up who are asleep doing anything, are you? Because you can give them a fright, like heart attack. Apparently, I don't know.
It scares me all that.
People that sleepwalking or stuff.
Could be dangerous, couldn't it?
There's some mad ones out there.
Well, good luck with it. Let us know how you get on.
Good luck with that. Let us know how you get on.
So today's episode, Abby kind of brought to our attention, didn't you? You saw something on Instagram, 16 questions to fall in love with your partner again, it was called. If you're in a bit of a rut, in a bit of a scenario with your partner, ask them these...
Were we in a rut?
No, we weren't. I just thought, you know, our main objective on this pod is to help people. And there are a lot of people who message in with their love life scenarios and problems, dilemmas. So I just thought it was a really nice sentiment. It was these 16 questions to ask your partner and to make them fall in love with you again.
Do you want to ask me or should I ask you?
Let's do a bit of both.
Yeah. See how well you're doing your answers, Pete, before we start.
I'm nervous now.
This is your letter.
This isn't going to go well.
Okay. First of our falling in love question. What was the first moment you realised you were falling for me?
I would say probably first date, but then it would have been...
First date?
Before that. Yeah, like I knew straight away.
You didn't tell me that, bloody hell.
No, but I've got to keep you...
Waited 20 years to tell me
You've got to
this.
string it along, haven't you?
So you've waited 20 years to tell me you fell in love with me on the first date?
I think you know straight away.
I think there's podcast evidence to suggest, to prove that you've never said that before.
No, I've never told you. I've never told you this, no.
Why not?
We never asked me. The 16 questions weren't out there. No, generally, like, no, because you just, obviously there's initial attraction where you're so beautiful and you seemed fun and funny when we were out for the first time, we first met. And then obviously when I meet you kind of cold like a day sober, I think you were better than I even would have hoped for.
Nice. That's a good answer. I think you nailed that one, Pete.
Yeah, and
Lovely.
No, genuinely, and I think.
Can you remember what I wore?
You had jeans and like a boot on.
No.
Yeah, like a Heeley boot.
No, I had leopard print high heels on. What the hell?
Oh yeah, but they had the heels on though, weren't they?
Well, I'm going on a date with Peter Crouch. I'm not going to wear a pair of flats, am I? God's sake. 9'3".
It's a valid point. A valid point.
Very good.
No, yeah. So then, obviously, I kind of knew that then, really, and you're just like, you know,
So
hope
did
you
I.
haven't got hidden traits, but from what I saw, it was true love, baby.
Nice.
I actually agree with that.
Yeah, you feel the same?
I do, yeah.
Nice.
I think it kind of happened instant when we...
You crying a little bit.
No, you are.
You are.
You're crying.
No, I'm not crying.
X Factor my
I can
ass.
see it. I know your eyes.
No, I'm looking at your eyes.
I'm
you
looking at
nutter.
your eyes. They're fully watery.
They're fully welled up. I don't know why you're lying.
Dry your eyes, mate. You are well enough to leave it.
You're crying.
I'm not.
Zoom into his
I'm
eyes.
not.
The pennies.
I'm
I
genuinely-
can see a bit of glass.
I'm genuinely not.
Zoom
but I
into
know,
your
I
eye.
don't know
I'm
why you're
not.
denying it.
I'm just
don't-
not.
That's a nice thing if you want to be emotional
I'm
over
not
that.
crying at all. Okay. Our favourite memory together so far.
Our favourite memory.
So many, isn't there?
Yeah, there is a lot of good memories. and
I
I
reckon
think-
I know Abby's answer to this question.
Do you?
I reckon I do.
Go on.
What? When you first brought Sophia home and you're in the house and it was all dead quiet and peaceful.
Yeah. That's my favourite memory ever, that.
Yeah, I think that's lovely. I do think that's lovely.
But it's
Not of you and Peter's, maybe specifically.
Us, but
oh, shut up. Just because you're crying, don't think
I'm
I'm
not,
crying.
babe, I'm not.
not crying.
don't know why you're denying this.
Well, you've got a full tear.
I'm not.
Go on, tell me your favourite memory of me.
Yeah, no, we've been on amazing holidays together. We've been on amazing family holidays together. But my favourite ones are the ones where it's just me and you in, like, I remember going to Mexico. Remember we had a laugh. We tried to gate crash that wedding. Yeah, remember? And we turned our own balcony light on, right? And the wedding was on the beach, and there
We
was
were
no
like,
other
"Woo."
lights on, and we were just dancing to their music. And then finally someone caved in and goes, "Do you want to come in this?" Or not? And we went, "Yes."
What were we
gate crashed
thinking
it.
then?
No
What were
idea.
we actually
We'd had a
thinking?
few to drink.
Yeah.
And little things like that. And being at St. Bart's, we were at that little shack on the beach, and it was just so lovely. And just kind of having a laugh with just us. And we've gone great group holidays as well, but like being just us and realising we can have a laugh and not needing anyone is special.
Yeah,
I love that.
agree.
Nice.
I even like just when we had our little flat and it was just me and you.
Watch The
Genuinely didn't
Sopranos.
need anyone else because we just had so much
Yeah, but
fun.
we don't need anyone else anyway.
I know. Don't know why you brought these fuckers into our life. We were solid.
It's got to be so annoying though. Like next time we're
Disclaimer, I do love them.
next time we're on our own, we'll be like really wrinkly and saggy and
What do you mean? We need to go on our own away at least once a year.
I'm available at least once a month, I'd say.
Once a year.
I'm talking about a holiday.
I loved it so much. We'll go once a year.
Talking about a holiday. No, obviously you need a date. But you can't go away every month, can
No.
you?
Can?
Yeah.
Why not?
Yeah.
Why not? Because I'm going to ask you one now. I feel under pressure. Let me ask you one.
Okay, the third
What's the
one.
biggest strength of our relationship?
I think the biggest strength of our relationship is that we are still in love after all these years. We let each other be who we naturally are. Mm-hmm. I think that's it.
That's a big thing, I think.
And your ability to like, I feel like you two laugh a lot as a couple.
Oh yeah.
Normally because I'm around. I'm joking. But like you seem to bounce off each other like a lot.
We get on like as friends as well as lovers. I hate saying that word. But you know, we can be ourselves. We support each other. We're both reliable for
Yeah.
each other. We laugh a lot and there's a real deep love, I think.
I agree.
What's yours?
No, one question each.
Because you're going to sob again.
I'm going to
you
ask
think-
yours. How do you feel when we were apart?
Oh, horrible. I can't bear it.
You're not good at that, are you?
No.
Being apart.
I want you with me at all times. You don't have to talk to me, but as long as you're in eyesight.
Why is that? Does it make it calmer if I'm there?
I like you.
I know you like me, but I just mean, is it like a Do you feel safer or not?
Well, no, because you can't even catch a spider. I don't feel safer. I just like being around you.
All right, fair enough.
Yeah, that's nice.
No, I'm just trying to get deeper.
I just
into
like you around me.
you like me around.
That's a really good sign. Though,
Like
isn't
you're
it?
my bestie as well.
Yeah. No, I agree with that as well.
What about you?
No, I hate being apart. Like I like. Listen, the
5
odd
golf trips
trip.
this week.
No, I think it's good to
You
be.
can cope being away from me more than like
Yeah, probably.
than I can cope being away from you.
Probably,
Like
yeah.
if I go out with the girls, I'll call him 10 times just to tell him how I am,
Yeah.
and he'll go out and just blank me until he gets home.
I think that's I think not to be male to female stereotypes out there or anything, but I feel like that's been a dynamic for me in previous relationships as well. I think that just is a thing.
But I don't think that. Like, I still miss you. What's the most unforgettable moment in our relationship?
I forgot.
Yeah, I forgot. Can't remember. You answer that one.
It's a bit similar to favourite memory, that I suppose, isn't
Do
it?
you know, I regret not keeping a diary. Like in my life, like my dad knows what he's done like every single day. So my memory's shocking.
Would you be referring to a diary now? If Pete just asked that question, are you going to go, okay, let me get my 20 years worth of diaries out
No,
and
but
just
just
flick
like,
through?
you know, just it's a shame how you forget like how you felt in that moment and where you were and what you were doing.
Yeah.
You know, a lot of my memories are jogged by seeing a photograph of
A
something
song or something.
or
yeah.
a song, and then you can put yourself back in that place. But there's so many, like when you're just like belly laughing.
Yeah.
Like I'd like to remember all those.
And the thing is, with questions like this, you don't want
Times,
to
like,
give the
what are
wrong
you laughing
answer.
at?
Do you- Like, not
Well,
the wrong
the
one.
easy thing to say is like your wedding day, which is obviously a special moment. When we renewed our vows would have been
yeah.
one of the most memorable moments. And I think, you know, having the children, like when you announced that you know
Even
you're
like
pregnant,
pregnancies and
that kind of thing. There's so many like
finding
landmark
out the day
moments.
you were pregnant again and again and again, and you know, I think there's too many to answer that.
I think there was something special about when we renewed our vows, right? We were lucky enough to go to an island,
Yeah.
kind of private island.
Yeah.
We got a boat over, and I think I was up there, I was over with the lads beforehand, and I remember seeing my girls and you get off the boat, and Johnny and Jack were there as well. And I think that it's something you can't replicate, right?
Oh, that's nice, Pete.
Yeah, you know what I mean. Like,
Yeah, no,
you
no,
go,
no.
I've got my whole family here. You know, we're privileged enough to be on an island here.
He's like that. Carry on.
Champions League finally. Yeah.
Honestly.
Next time.
And when it didn't sink, that was the moment I thought I'm going to really remember this. No, you know what I'm trying.
No, I do.
I'm saying like my beautiful family got off the boat,
Yeah.
and I thought, well, you know, we've been together 10 years, and I'm happier now than when I married you.
No, we haven't been together 10 years.
In that when we got renewed.
No,
our
we were
vows.
married 10 years. We've been together 20.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, but I know this points that
Married
sense. Yeah,
10 years.
that's very nice. Thing. That's very sincere.
Oh my God, it's our anniversary.
Yeah, it is soon.
When?
End of next month.
Nice.
She doesn't even know.
I was just testing.
I was just testing you.
She misses it every year, and I love it because I've got.
Because you get
Yeah.
that's cash in the bank.
I'd like-
That's a
I'd
golf
like-
trip source.
Because I know I'll need one. But I forgot to remember when you did. You forgot that.
I'd like to do something special for our anniversary this year, just me and you.
I'd love to do something.
Is it wedding or thingy?
So we
Well, it
did.
must be
anniversary.
wedding one because that was their school
'cause
holidays.
It was 29th of June,
yeah.
but the wedding was the 30th of June. We officially got married on the 29th.
'Cause you got
officially,
the
so
day
we
before,
can
you
have a
did it
little
the day
2-day.
before, didn't you? Yeah.
2-day vibe.
Yeah.
What would that be? 13 years.
I don't know.
We
2011,
got married in 2011, didn't we?
14. What was the reason you did that the day before?
because one was legal.
No, but why would you? Why?
Because
would
it wasn't legally
church wasn't-
a church. You need to do it in the registry office
Sorry.
beforehand.
Okay.
So we had to do we had to register it properly, and because I wanted like the church wedding, but
Yeah.
the church wasn't a legal place.
Sorry, I get you.
or Something.
3 words to describe me.
Go on.
Go on.
Don't even use the B word because I don't want this to be
You know
funny.
about
I know
the
the bro word. Yeah, I know about the bro word.
One of our friends said that Ab was brash.
Yeah.
He said, I think it was kind, loyal, brash, whatever.
No, he's a kind, loyal, funny, and brash.
Stuff like mud.
Oh, it's the best because
I
I
am
googled
brash,
it.
but I don't wanna be
had
brash.
to Google it for the actual,
did it on the pod.
material, and I googled it. It was noisy and rude in an overbearing manner.
I'm not rude. I am noisy and I am overbearing, but I'm not rude.
Oh, and an overbearing man. That's the cherry on top, isn't it?
Overbearing man. That was
That's
one of the funniest
accurate.
things I've ever read.
Love it.
I'm not going to say brash.
No.
I'm going to say...
This is a question to fall in love again, by the way.
Yeah.
So don't be messing around.
No, I'm falling in love with you again, babe. I think loyal, like, when I say loyal, though, it's like... It's not just loyal, do you know what I mean? Like, I don't want that word just to be... Anyone could be loyal, couldn't they?
You're
I'm
fiercely
talking
loyal
about-
to like your friends and family.
Like,
You've-
it's beyond that. It's
if you're in our tribe, if you're in Abby's tribe, type of
if
thing.
you're in...
I don't want this one though anymore.
It's so
too
special.
much of a,
it's too much of a
burden.
burden. But I just think it's special for everyone around you to have that kind of like love for someone that you fight them to death. That, whatever that word is.
Yeah.
Because loyal doesn't do it justice. Very funny. I know that's 2 words, but funny is definitely
Hilarious.
up there. And I'm not going to describe like physical because that's just there to see.
Oh,
right?
shut up.
Loving, but again, that doesn't do it justice because, you know, like how I see you with the kids and, you know, the love that you have to give is like beyond
And
loving.
animals.
Yeah, you know, like just to have that kind of
These are all sitting there like, what a load of shit.
love. No, for something is no, it is special because it's beyond the words that can describe it. Really,
We should make our own words up then to describe me.
Yeah.
Shall we go? Gotta be later.
and brash as fuck.
With a little sprinkling of brash. No, that's
dollop.
lovely, Pete.
That was
Thank
nice.
you.
It's
And
making me feel a
I
bit
actu-
soppy looking at you though.
I actually agree.
The pear is crying your eyes out
Well,
on the
listen, we'll
fucking
move on
couch.
to the agony house. Maybe,
Yeah.
maybe we should do.
But you know what?
A couple more next week.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we'll
yeah.
do part 2 next week before everyone vomits. But this isn't actually.
How great are we? I love me. I love you.
No, it's about falling in love again. All our listeners could do this. They
Agreed.
could take these questions. They can get the kids babysitter or get
Yeah.
them to bed, open a bottle of wine, and talk about the nice things and why you're together and why you love each other and the best bits.
Yeah.
I think it is good because I don't like we. There's no way we'd sit down and go right. Tell me your feelings. You go shut up, you twat.
I'd be like, shut up, Pete.
Whereas things like this, it makes you do it.
Yeah,
right.
yeah.
And actually, that's actually really nice.
Yeah, because
And
you're
you
gonna
start thinking about nice things.
you're gonna go away now thinking, oh God, I love her so much.
Yeah.
I'm gonna buy her something amazing for our anniversary.
No, but yeah, that it does.
Yeah.
It does make you think like that, and,
Yeah.
and it makes you think because you never sit down and go right. Why do I love Abby? You know what I mean?
What you mean? You don't do that?
And we normally sit down and goes, what the hell have I done? Why am I with this girl?
No. He goes, why do I love Abby?
Yeah.
That's how he says.
Exact same sentence, with a different sentiment.
All right, give us some agony abs then. Let's help some other people.
Go.
Then.
Right, nice. Hi, I used to be bad for binge drinking when I was younger. It was a way of escaping a lot of my childhood trauma. I had relating to my now dead brother who was a drug addict. I never really learned how to deal with it in my early 20s, so I turned to alcohol. I would only drink once a week, but I would do the typical not coming home trick to my now wife. Obviously, over time, this has got to her, and now fast forward to now. I don't drink at all, and we are in a much better place. As a now 32-year-old man, and I have been together with my wife for 13 years, I was wondering what you think about this. We're going on holiday, and I have asked if she would be okay with me having a few drinks on holiday. I genuinely feel like I am in a lot more mature now, and I could drink responsibly. We're taking our 1-year-old daughter away with us, and I would never dream of getting drunk whilst I'm with her. My wife is uneasy about this, and she said she would think about it. Do you think I am being stupid? The fact that I think I should have been able to make that decision for myself, and she should respect and trust that I've changed, even though my track record over the last 5 years proved that wrong. I'm at an age now where I would love to sit on holiday and enjoy a few quiet glasses of wine on the balcony with my wife, but I feel like because of my younger past, I've potentially tarnished this forever, and I'll never be able to have this scenario again.
Oh, that is a
God,
tricky one.
Sad
That's
state
so
of affairs
sad.
there as well,
Lift
losing his
yourself
brother
up.
and stuff. And
I just wouldn't.
I know, yeah. Sorry
I just
to hear that.
wouldn't. I just wouldn't. I think if your life's on track, you're happy, why having a glass of wine is not going to make you happier.
I upset the apple cart, yeah. And also, if you're at 1 or 2, you don't really feel, maybe a glass of wine, but 1 or 2 pints, do you know what I mean? Like, you're not really feeling that. You're going to want 4 or 5 to get drunk.
When you have 2 or 3, 1, 2, your ability to make decisions is impaired.
Yeah.
It's like, well, I could have another one.
Exactly,
and
Pete, exactly.
Then you become more impaired, then you're in.
Yeah.
And I think,
I just wouldn't do it.
If you've managed to go this long without, it sounds like a few years he's been off the sauce, like, it's clearly not adding anything to your life. The things that are adding to your life are your wife and your daughter, and you've got the potential to lose them if you become a binge drinker again. So why would you?
Yeah, I understand how he's got himself in that. He's trying to take the pain away of his brother. I understand why that happened, and I think he probably needs to understand that that happened for that reason. So there's no kind of judgment for that. But that's happened. You've come out of it, and now you're in such a good place. Don't ruin it.
A lot of people turn to alcohol to solve their problems, to mute out things, to blank out, pass out, to escape. And use it as a kind of healing method, and it's not. It'll only make things worse. Especially if you do suffer with addiction or trauma and you want to blank it out. But I feel like he's done such a good job from this message. I just would not risk it, especially being on holiday with your wife. And
your first holiday with your new family is not the time to run this gauntlet. I think if you're going to do it and you feel that strongly about it,
you're probably best sitting in your living room.
Exactly. On a Friday night when when the baby's getting minded. Don't do it on your first frigging family holiday, because that'll ruin it.
Yeah.
No.
Agreed. But our advice would be to try not to drink.
Agreed.
Because it caused so much trouble last time.
My only worry is if he's thinking about that, he's not over whatever it is he was going through. Yeah. He needs to speak to someone, because that's kind of right. I'm going to go on holiday. I'm going to have this drink. There's a law that.
I think he may have actually got through that, and now he's thinking where he is in the place where he can go. Do you know what?
Because if he was through it, it'd be like, fucking hell, alcohol's ruined my life. I'm not touching another drop again.
No, but I think
the fact that he wants to. The fact that he wants to drink again, knowing how much of a bad time he was having, that to me is the start of the slippery slope. I think he needs to speak to someone and get help, because a professional. Because that to me is not... People I know who have been alcoholics, they recognise that it caused so much destruction in their lives. They would rather die than have a sip of alcohol.
Yeah. Fair.
They're not like, I'm better now, should have a little glass.
Yeah, okay, fair.
So that's what worries me there. So I think he should seek professional help.
Good advice.
Oh, yeah, definitely needs to,
Yeah.
We can only do. We're not professionals at all.
No.
Hi, Abby and Pete. Love the pod. So my boyfriend and I have moved in together after 2 years of dating. I was genuinely excited. The fact that he says I was genuinely excited to start this new chapter until I met his underwear. I don't know how to say this delicately, but he's allergic to wiping his ass properly.
Oh. My God.
Wow. I do most of the laundry because I work from home, and every wash feels like a forensic investigation. I don't want to shame him because he's a good bloke, but come on, we're not in year 6 anymore.
Yeah, wipe your bum.
How
I think a lot of men suffer with that.
How do I raise it without totally destroying him? Or do I just start buying him black boxers and hope for the best? From a woman on the brink. A non, but you know who you are if you're listening, Dave.
Look at Dave.
Dave's been exposed.
The thing, Pete's been on an underpants frenzy lately. So he doesn't want the Calvins anymore, like the tighter ones. He wants a loose cotton. So we bought.
I've got a bit of both. I think there's a time and a place for both. Do you know what I mean?
I agree. I usually agree. Yeah.
But it's like, you men have a go at women when it's like, why aren't you wearing all the lacy, sexy bloody thongs
But do you
anymore?
find them really unattractive? The cotton boxer.
Well, the first round I did, yeah.
Yeah,
he bought himself 64 pairs. 64. He's even got more pairs than what for one day here.
Yeah, because I didn't
64
think
from Amazon.
It was.
They were that big.
They were so cheap that I thought that can't be right. They were so cheap. But I realised when they came, they were fucking horrendous. I mean, you can't even wear them. I'd send them back.
You didn't send them back?
Well, I've given them to charity.
I just had one for each day of the year. I was thinking there's more than one.
I was thinking there's more than 64 days a year.
No, I was...
That's Abby Clancy maths, that for you.
No, because I was thinking 52 weeks and I got confused. So then he bought another round of cotton briefs.
Slightly
Ralph
better,
Lauren.
nice Ralph Lauren ones. I don't think they fit too badly. Are you happy with them or not? Because I'll just bin them if you don't like them.
No, but you take them off before I can see them.
Oh, okay.
I feel.
Yeah, maybe. I was a lot more confident in my Calvins.
I like them. I like the cotton one.
I think they're all right.
I do.
I've
Are they the
one-
blue
I think
ones?
I've got a pair on now. They're like little cottony kind
Yeah,
of polo ones.
I just find they ride up
You
a
happy
little
with
bit more
them?
than a boxer,
You happy
than a
with them,
trunk.
babe?
Happy.
I'll show you them properly later.
Prefer them on my bedroom floor.
That can be arranged.
But yeah, men are disgusting. I think
yeah, but men are disgusting.
I think you should definitely, if he can't wipe his ass, he needs a black boxer.
Yeah,
End of.
agreed. Black box, I would only buy black anyway, really.
Yeah.
Or a navy. Do you buy, I'm thinking you buy other colours.
I quite like
white
a grey
and stuff.
boxer. I do like a white boxer.
You're just asking for trouble.
If the
You're
man's
just
tanned.
You're just asking for trouble, aren't you? Yeah,
I've got some white
Well, I
boxes, haven't
you had. Till Abby had to bin them.
Till I swapped them all out with black ones.
She's had this problem. CSI Miami.
Miami, that's a great shout, that, by the way.
CSA Miami.
Oh, very good. That was
Miyagi?
good. That was very good.
Okay, well, we've helped.
Well, have you fallen back in love?
I wasn't out of love. Yeah, it's nice to
It's nice to hear that kind of stuff, isn't it? You know.
yeah.
And I think that's worked for us. I can see why that would work. And obviously, let's be honest, we're doing this on a podcast with you three numpties sitting in front of us. So I think that could have been a lot more. Could have been a lot more romantic if we'd have done this behind closed doors.
Yeah, if you do it at home, you might find yourselves reconnecting afterwards.
Yeah.
Absolutely. That's the whole point.
Brilliant.
Oh, well, thank you guys. We'll see you next week.
We'll see you next time.
We hope you enjoyed this ep as much as we did. And don't forget to hit that subscribe button before you go.